The tea is spicy today. You guys haven't heard the news. Belgium has gone ahead and banned FIFA Points. This is the official statement from EA. Let me get through this really quickly, and then I'll tell you my thoughts on this whole entire shindig, what it means for Ultimate Team, and what it means for FIFA going forward. Here we go. After further discussions with the Belgian authorities, we have decided to stop offering FIFA Points for sale in Belgium. We are working to make these changes effective on our FIFA console and PC games by January 31st, 2019. So in 2 days time from when this has been published. This means that players in Belgium will not be able to purchase points to obtain FIFA Ultimate Team packs. Players can still access Ultimate Team and play with their existing players. All content in the game can be earned through gameplay, as has always been the case. All right, a little bit of spite there. And players can continue to use coins and the in-game transfer market. Any players in Belgium that have existing FIFA points in their accounts can continue to use them, but they will not be able to purchase more. We apologize to our players in Belgium for any inconvenience caused by this change. We seek to bring choice, fairness, value, and fun to our players in all of our games. Value, really is value. In addition to providing players options in how they play, we include pack probabilities in our games for their transparency. Players want to make informed content choices. While we are taking this action, we do not agree with Belgian authorities' interpretation of the law, and we continue to seek more clarity on the matter as we go forward. The impact of this change to FIFA Ultimate Team in Belgium is not material to our financial performance. They had to put that in. Basically, EA on their knees just begging stockholders not to sell.
God, if you listen, help!
If I was one of the few people who still owned EA stock, I would be lighting that shit on fire. Get out now. Because if what happens in Belgium spreads to Europe, spreads to the United States, then their 100 million cash cow, known as Ultimate Team in both their Madden franchise as well as their FIFA franchise, might go up in smoke. Ultimate Team is the reason why their stock had tripled in value over the course of like the past decade. Now, this case has been ongoing for a while. In September of last year, the Belgian government declared that loot boxes was a form of gambling because players don't know which items are contained when you're going ahead and buying a loot box is random. Now, following that ruling in September, multiple publishers went ahead and disabled loot boxes in Belgium, those including Valve, 2K, as well as Blizzard. But you know what company didn't disable loot boxes until now? EA. Now, EA have always argued, and this is from the mouth of their CEO, Andrew Wilson, this past May, and he said that players always receive a specific amount of items in pack, and because it doesn't provide or authorize any way to cash out or sell items or virtual currency for real money, it doesn't really count as actual gambling because you can't get any monetary return. Which is, in my opinion, a terrible argument. Now, this is anecdotal, but as someone who has put thousands of dollars into FUT this year, I have to say myself, in what other video game should you be allowed to spend anywhere near $1,000 of actual money and not get every item in the game? Like, to make my point, imagine you're playing Spider-Man on PS4, and in Spider-Man, you could get the Iron Spidey suit from Infinity War. It's an awesome suit, okay? But let's say instead of you earning it in the game, you had to pay $1,000 to get that suit. And to that, I think most people would say, you're out your goddamn mind. Even if it was like $100 for an Iron Spidey suit. Hell, if it was like anything over $20, I would say it's outrageous. But if the Iron Spidey suit was a super random, hyper rare loot drop that only appears less than 1% of the time, would we be okay with it then? Ask yourself that question. Would you be okay with spending over $1,000 and never getting that Iron Spidey suit? So why are we okay with it in FUT? How is it different? How is it okay to spend thousands of dollars on a video game and not be guaranteed Ronaldo? Like, I love you, Chris and D, but $13K on FIFA? No video game should be worth this, not even a fraction. And the fact that you can't cash out, honestly, I feel like that makes that worse than real gambling in my opinion, because at least in real gambling, you could win money back. And Belgium wasn't hearing any of this bullshit. They saw right through it, and they can see that, come on, it's child gambling. We're teaching these kids the same psychological compulsiveness that actual gamblers get. For anybody who knows anything about people who compulsively gamble, it's a psychological addiction. It's not only about the money. It's about that huge dopamine rush when you win something out of a random chance. and we're teaching that to kids, and it's unethical because I'm an adult and I still can't get past it. What chance does a child have? Now, Belgium is the first to go ahead and do this, but I think the writing on the wall is there. Because let's be honest here, one of politicians' favorite pastimes is to villainize video games. They did in the past with GTA and hyper-violent video games, and now once they get a whiff that there's child gambling in one of the biggest sports franchises in the world, nah, they come for that ass. It's easy for politicians to prop themselves up and say that they're the savior of children. In fact, there are already politicians in America that are gearing up and going in for this fight. So what does this mean for EA and Ultimate Team moving forward? Now, most certainly, they're not going to take this line down. This is their $100 million cash baby. They're about to lawyer the F up and try to sweep this under the rug, or at least contain it to Belgium. But as I said before, politicians love to villainize video games. I think it's only a matter of time before these policies go ahead and spread to the rest of Europe and America and the rest of the world. Except Asia. They love gambling in Asia.
What's going on here?
Asians love gambling.
But let's say hypothetically that this policy spreads to the rest of the world, that loot boxes are made illegal. Would this be the end of FIFA? And the short answer is no. FIFA, Madden, all these sports franchises were huge money makers before Ultimate Team ever came along. Ultimate Team and FIFA Points, that was just an accelerant. And remember the wording, it's only loot boxes that are illegal. And the reason why loot boxes are illegal is under the premise that you are paying for something that you cannot guarantee you will receive. Now, they never said anything about microtransactions. So most likely, if this was implemented, EA could move to a more pay-to-win system. And while this might be unpopular to a lot of people, perhaps it could actually be outright that you can go to the store and purchase some of the best players in FUT. You could spend $100, get Team of the Year Ronaldo and whatnot. Insane prices, but I mean, still better than spending thousands of dollars that you'll never get back. But more likely, what they could do for Ultimate Team is they could sell XP boosters or coin boosters. It could speed up or multiply the amount of coins that you win through matches or tournaments. But I think the bigger monetization move would be a shift from the FUT Ultimate Team model to more of what the NBA 2K series is doing with their My Park mode. For you guys who are unfamiliar, NBA 2K's version of Pro Clubs is actually the more popular game mode than their Ultimate Team mode. My Park offers you a myriad of options to go ahead, build your player, customize how he looks, what he wears, his haircuts, the animations he does when he walks around the park. And you go ahead, you take your pro, you take him to the court, you team up with a bunch of your friends, and then you go ahead and you play other teams. This sounds like an amazing system until you realize that nearly every single aspect is monetized and it would take crazy amounts of grinding to unlock everything. Like, yes, the argument can be made that in games like 2K and FIFA Ultimate Team that you don't have to spend a dime. You could just play the game, earn the in-game currency, and be able to go ahead and purchase everything. But the amount of time that it would take for you to do that would mean that you couldn't live life. Thus encouraging you to go ahead and spend actual real money in order for you to save time. So if this whole loot box thing goes down and FIFA points and packs are gone, then it wouldn't be a stretch to see a similar system going ahead and being implemented in FIFA. Think about it. They've already dabbled with the customization of hairstyles, clothing, shoes, all in the journey mode with Alex Hunter. The stat progression system is already there in My Player and Pro Clubs. All of the components are already there for a My Park mode in FIFA. And the most important thing in FIFA's eyes is every single one of these aspects can be monetized if FIFA packs become illegal, because they're going to need some way to go ahead and offset this loss of $100 million a year. But on the plus side, I'm actually real excited because Pro Clubs, in my opinion, is the most fun game mode you could play in FIFA. And it's a game mode that's been criminally untouched for half of a decade now. And even if they monetize Pro Clubs to high hell to like 2K levels, it still probably will be cheaper than spending thousands and thousands of dollars to maybe unlock everything. But would the loss of FIFA points specifically spell the death of Ultimate Team? And to that I say, death? No, but maybe a decline. EA are a corporation, and if they can't make money on a game mode, they usually don't do much to that game mode. Which means they'll probably pivot to another game mode which they can highly monetize, or they'll figure out new ways to go ahead and monetize Ultimate Team. But all the FIFA fans out there, I ask you this question: would the decline of Ultimate Team necessarily even be a bad thing? Because really, from EA's perspective, what was their motivation to change Ultimate Team if every single year it brings in $100 million like clockwork? Like, honestly, Ultimate Team fans, what did you get new this year that was so great? Time finishing? new pack animations? I think a lot of you guys should be happy that Belgium might have just forced EA Sports' hand here. If this becomes worldwide, EA will have to switch things up. They'll have to innovate. And hopefully the higher up in EA Sports go ahead and make the decision that there's gonna be major shifts coming in FIFA 20. At least that's my hope. And for better or for worse, maybe we could see some innovation in other game modes besides Ultimate Team, you know, like Pro Clubs and fingers crossed career mode. And honestly, ask yourself, given the choice between FIFA Ultimate Team or Pro Clubs being the most dominant mode in FIFA, which one do you have more fun playing? Be honest, because I know I take Pro Clubs any day of the week. But all this is pretty much just my opinion. I'm super excited by this news, but I know there are a lot of people who are being really negative about this also. How do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think this is amazing news? Do you think this gives hope to, you know, the Pro Clubs players, all the career mode players, or do you think this is overall doom and gloom for the FIFA franchise as a whole? But yeah, that is just my quick thoughts on this situation. If you want to see other breakdowns of FIFA I have done in the past, go ahead and click over here. Dingsy Poos, and you want something a little bit stranger, go ahead and click over here. But that is it from me, B-. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Remember, stay yourself, stay humble, and until next time, boys, stay thick.